So here we have a rotation. Rotation, we are going to rotate it 90 degrees, 180 degrees, and 270 degrees. So if I start in quadrant 1 and I was to go clockwise, okay, if I went clockwise, this would be 90. This would be 180. And this would be 270. There's also counter clockwise. And that would get us going the opposite of the direction of a clock. Now the rule that we have for this, 90 degrees clockwise. If you start with, oh, I didn't want to do X and Y, I want to do A and B. A, comma, B for X and Y values. Every 90 degrees, you're going to switch the A and the B around. That turns negative. 180 degrees. You're switching these two around again. And the second one becomes negative. 270. I'm switching them around again. And the second one changes to the opposite. I find it helpful when I'm looking at this. When you're looking at the quadrant 1, both of the X and the Y values are positive. I didn't mean to do that. This is quadrant 2. The X value is negative, the Y value is positive. This is quadrant 3. Both of them are negative. In quadrant 4, the X is positive, the Y is negative. Okay. Oh, I already did that part. So right here, I'm going to go 90 degrees, and we're going to say that this is clockwise, so I'm going to go this direction. So that means I'm going my A and my B are going to switch around, and my A value is going to become negative. All that means is that, first of all, let's plot these points. So 1, negative 2, it's me A. 4, negative 1, gets me B. 3, negative 4, gets me C. Okay. So I'm going to switch my A and my B around. And that becomes negative. Well, first of all, how do I know that? I know that this quadrant, both the X and the Y values are negative. So that gives me a huge hint for these two. They both need to be negative. So negative 2, negative 1, A prime. So B prime, I switch the two around, and the second one becomes negative. So negative 1, negative 4, B prime. I switch the two around, and the second one becomes negative. So negative 4, negative 3. Each 90 degrees that you go, the X and Y values are going to switch places. Okay, so let's do this next one. So I have negative 1, negative 2. And That's A. I have 2, 1. That's B. I have 3, -1. That's C. And I have 1, -3. And that's D. Okay, so this one says that I'm doing 270. So I'm going to switch it to where this, oops, I messed it up because I'm supposed to be using A and B. A and B. And this is going to be like this. I'll do brown. So my A prime is going to switch around and be that. So -2, 1. And that's going to be A prime. My B prime is going to switch around, and the first one is going to be alright. Nope, I messed that up. A prime, I switch the 2 around, and the first one is positive. So 2, -1. There we go. That's better. No, it looked weird. Switch the 2 around, and the first one is negative. -1, 2. Switch the 2 around, and the first one is negative. And then D, switch the 2 around, and the first one becomes the opposite, so 3, 1. Oh, that was a horrible line. There we go. Okay, so we're skipping those. So then you just do this. This is your work. And this one, you have to tell me, oops. You have to tell me what the rule is. So this went from here to here, so it only went 90 degrees. So we switch these 2 around, and that's negative. This one. Let's see, we're going, that's, I guess, T. So that would have been, this would have been 90 degrees. This would be 180, and this quadrant would be 270. So like so. So that's how you do those.